is the wealth, man. Health is the plug. You gotta check this out, man. This new juice called the bug juice, bruh. If you want to make a purchase for the bug juice that has over 17 vitamins and minerals and nutrients that helps purify your system, that helps detox your system, please make sure that you DM shop. That is shop SHOP, the number 4DA listeners on Instagram. That is the shop, the number 4DA listeners on Instagram. Uncut Live Productions. What's up? What's up? What's up? Uncut Live Productions, baby. We out here. Today is going to be a phenomenal show. We got the shop. We got the boss in the building.
Only the boss of me, not of you.
Y'all, we in here. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a good show.
I'm ready.
It's going to be a good show.
I'm ready.
It's going to be a good show. We got a lot to talk about today. Y'all know who it is.
It's your boy, Kenneth Clark.
It's the Uncut, a.k.a. Mr. Unapologetic himself.
And what you keep it on, Kenneth?
We keep it 100.
On what?
1,000.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Today, we might switch it up a little bit. Instead of 100, we might shoot straight 1,000.
Okay, I like 1,000. You know what I mean? I prefer $1,000 over 100 any day.
Yeah.
So let's go for 1,000.
Today's topic, we're going to try to see if we can dabble on both of these topics.
Okay.
The first topic is I forgot something. Y'all know the motto, mission of Uncut Live Productions, where we focus on mind, body, soul, spirit, faith, social issue, politics, you name it. As I always say, we will not be paused, edited, or muted. Whatever you see, hear, hey, the cards lay how they lay. And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Not only will the truth be televised, but the truth will be publicized.
That's it. And social medialized as well. Because we are in the social media era. Okay, I just had to add that.
You better believe that.
Mm.
And we coming at you like popcorn. We coming at you like, I don't know what, like 4th of July?
Fireworks, baby. Actually, we coming at you like Valentine's and Christmas. Hey, nothing but love and gifts. And you might get disappointed if you don't get what you thought you was going to get. But if you chill out a little bit, you'll get what you need when you tune into Uncut Live with my man Kenneth Clark. That's for sure. That's why I'm here. Why are you here?
And y'all need to make sure y'all plug in with the shop, powered by the listeners.
Every Saturday morning, wherever, whenever, however, you can reach us by trailway. You can reach us by railway. We don't care how you get there. Just get there if you can. 10 to 12, follow us, the shop, number 4DA listeners, Instagram. You can also check previous episodes out on our YouTube channel, The Shop Powered by the Listeners, as well as our Facebook page, The Shop Powered by the Listeners. It's all for y'all. So make sure y'all tune in for a lot of great footage. Uncut Live and The Shop are collaborating to bring you guys what other media outlets are not doing. And that's the real truth. Not the reality TV truth. Not the structured FCC truth. But the truth from the streets. And so there it is. Just be prepared. So what are our topics for today?
First topic is, does society accommodate wrongdoing?
Yes.
And the powers that be fear not the thoughts that we have in our mind,
Mm-hmm.
but they fear what we have in
Mm-hmm.
our hand with the pen.
With the pen. Okay. Okay. I like that. Which one do you want to tackle first?
Let's talk about this accommodating wrong behavior.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on it? And what? Let me ask you this. What y'all realize is that we are two in the same or one in the same. So we're going to interview each other, but providing content. So, what was? I know for me when I come up with topics for the shop, it's me like in my element, my spiritual, my meditative element, paying attention and observing what's going on, and then boom, something comes to me. So what was it? So was it a course of events, a chain of events, or something you witnessed in the past week or two that allowed you to think about the society reward? I think you use reward or accommodate wrongdoing.
Well, it came up several instances that I can relate to this topic because I remember before I am where I'm at today, not being homeless, I remember the plight and the path that it took me when I was houseless. Houseless, homeless.
There you go. Without a home. There you go.
Without a house.
Remember, right, house. So for all the listeners, I want you guys to remember, you cannot truly be homeless if you are a child of the Creator because you are the original temple. However, you can be houseless in this society. So go back to the events, like you said that when you had to go through your journey.
When I went through my journey, and I remember the process that it took when I was trying to get into transitional programs, and the requirements that they were saying was, are you incarcerated? Do you have an ankle bracelet? Are you on your analysis? Have you been recently incarcerated? These.
Right. So those are things that you have to fall into that box for you to be privy to that program.
Yeah.
Okay. And
then just recently, due to the COVID and mentoring a couple of guys in the neighborhood, a young fella about 21 years of age, came to me and said, I want to get into like some type of apprenticeship program or vocational program to help myself because basically he was put into a situation whereby both his parents passed away, and he was having some trouble with trying to navigate and find a support services,
a support group, support
to
network,
be able to get him onto his feet, such as housing and things of such. And he was telling me the different situations
that he encountered.
Okay. And then, he gave me one of the programs, and I called the programs and said, well, and they basically pretty much told me what he had told me was true.
Right.
Okay. Hey,
he didn't qualify. Basically.
He didn't qualify because, he
didn't fall into the criteria of the program. Okay.
And he was like, so do I have to become? This is what he asked, and I was like, no, we got to talk about this. He said, so in order for me as a black man to get help, are they telling me that if I become a criminal or I indulge in obnoxious behavior, that I will be able to get a cot or that I will be able to get a bed? So is the society pushing black men or the powers that be that were black men, some black men like himself, are affected? Are they pushing the agenda to
accommodate
wrongdoing?
All right. So, and we'll touch on the young ladies too, because we talked about that. So first, you got to ask yourself, who defines wrong? Right? Doing is in action, right? You have to be in action to be doing something. Okay. So wrongdoing means there's an opposite, which is there's a right doing. Okay. The question becomes, when you say society, let's look at it like this. Who created this society and how was it created?
That's yeah.
So we cannot discount 1492, the Continental Congress. All of that was set up by what? Exiled criminals from Britain. Okay? So if criminals set up a society, then the society was wrong from the beginning. So if we're functioning in the society, and if we can't separate from societal norms, then everything we do has to be centered around wrong. Okay? So when you say accommodate, how about we say they set up the system to encourage it? Now, when it comes to black men, as I stated, in this country, there's always been a pecking order. This was after Columbus, and then after, because we were here before Columbus, way before, right? We navigated the territories, but unfortunately, our people, a lot of the 2520s, they have revisionist history. They revisit that which we were told in high school, in junior high school, in elementary school, and his story becomes our story. Okay? So, in that case, the pecking order is the 25-20 male, the 25-20 female, the black sister, and it stops there. Now, we can say pecking order because we got to add the black male in there, but in actuality, they disrespect the black sister, but they fear the black male. And that's the problem I have with a lot of future is female, F-E-E, fee, costing something male. And a lot of the queens or the queens in the making that subscribe to a lot of things in society, because what they did was they created a fear. So we got to go back when we talk about wrongdoing. So when the slave ships came to the land, right, despite what people may believe, the Willie Lynch letters fake, it's not real, or the slaves ain't really come on the boat, all that, I don't care about that. The fact remains is there's a divide between wealth, finances, and access to main sources. We can't call them resources because we don't get to use them. So main sources, there's a divide of what we have access to, right? And so what was done was when they line up the original stock market, when they line up black boys and black girls and black men and black women, what they do is they break the black man in order to get fear into the black woman. That's why the black woman to this day, oh, be careful when you go out in the street. There's a thin line between nurturing and fear, right? We are natural hunters, gatherers, and builders. That means we have to go out, okay? But when they created the fear by breaking us, then that let the black women be content with whatever they gave them. You can come in the house and take care of our babies. Oh, as long as you won't beat my husband, as long as you won't beat my son, okay. So then what happens is years and years and years and years and years of that come up. Then you add the 13th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment. Then what happens is now you create a criminal empire coming out of the Reconstruction early with slavery. And so slavery becomes illegal except in the commission of a felony. But who are they locking up? Not the black woman. The black woman is in the house taking care of the 25-20 kids, okay? Or the black woman is working the field while the docile black man is working the field. But the black man that's hard to break, the i.e. the Nat Turners, the Denmark Vesey's, the Gabrielle Parsons, the Marcus Garveys, right? All those in a line of soldiers that said, I'm not going to put up with this shit, right? Those are the ones that made sure either got exiled, killed, or lynched. So what happens is now you fast forward to giving y'all history and our story lesson. Now you fast forward to the New Deal coming out of World War I, where they created welfare, right? So what did they do with welfare? When it came to our people on welfare, you can't have a black man in the house. but we, the government, will take care of you. So what that does, that creates the thought that a black man, one, I can't deal with him because they might kill him. So then I don't need him because I got somebody else paying me. So then you create an element of wrongdoing. Then you create nonprofits and programs. And the government, again, the government is overseeing all of this. So the government will mandate off of grants how the money in the grants are supposed to be used. Okay? So if you have a nonprofit, now let's fast forward to the situation you explained about you and the young man. In their passionate heart, the people you speak to will love to help you. But they got to go by whose book?
Yeah.
It's not your book.
Yeah.
It's not their book. So, because I ain't gonna tell you what my profession is, but saying it to say is I have a working knowledge of how nonprofits work. And a nonprofit such as this brother right here, that's out in the streets grinding, that's not relying on government funding, it's not that he doesn't want it, it's just that he's doing it a non-traditional way. You're going to generate grassroots funding. But let's say if we fast forward, you got your 501c3, we got a grant writer, we write a grant. We get a grant from, let's say, Department of Justice or Department of Education. The criteria in the grant that was written was set up to identify certain people that you can help. Okay? And so that's why it goes to, again, if we do not separate from society in their norms and observe how it was structured off of wrongdoing. I mean, just think. Okay? I come over to you, whatever his story was, I come to you, you're native to this land. And I say, hey, Mr. Clark, how you doing? I just came over from a long boat ride. And I love this land. How are you doing? Cool, you got some nice looking women. Oh, okay, cool. And because you are a love culture and a compassionate culture, you welcome me with open arms. But you don't know my ulterior motives. And I come and I savagely kill you and your family and spread death from 13 original colonies to Oklahoma, all the way out west. If you're Native American, if you're black, if you're Asian, as long as you don't look like a 2520, you are at risk of us taking your shit. That's wrong. So they started out wrong. So then is wrong truly wrong? I'll ask and I'll pass to you. Is wrong truly wrong in their eyes? Maybe it's just what they want it to be.
Almost reminds me a system we say for all, but who's it really
for?
For,
right. And I mean, as long as we acknowledge that, this is why the only credit I give the 2520s is the fact that they study and they stick together in the midst of disliking each other.
And that kind of goes back into the second topic about the powers that be, fear.
Yeah. See, and I'm glad you say that. We can say what do you think the most feared black man is, let's say, Deontay Wilder or Mike Tyson? Or a Roland Martin? When it comes to ascending up in different areas, and I use Roland Martin, not that I sweat him or nothing like that, but I'm just using someone that everybody can relate to. It's him. Because he mastered their educational, and it ain't even educational, he mastered their training system. And he's able to elevate without being an athlete, an entertainer, right? See, they don't fear that because what they did to Mike Tyson, you go to jail. Yeah. Put it this way. Deshaun Watson, let's talk about that. Deshaun Watson goes to show you, that's why I love sports so much. Because see, sports is a microcosm of society from the plantation to now. The difference is it's more indentured servitude than it is slavery, but it's close. Deshaun Watson, Houston. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to my man Big Rom, looking to come out that thing on the 7th of night to see EPMD. So we gonna roll. Hopefully I can get him to come and we can get an interview. But with that being said, the Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson, the quarterback from Clemson, good brother. When he came into the league, the Hurricane, he paying for people's stuff. Good dude. Mm-hmm. The media report, good dude. Man, he did his whole check. The minute he bucked the system, and this is the situation, he was told by the 25-20 owners that when we search for a coach and a general manager, we're going to confer with you. So the problem with a lot of brothers and sisters, you really think a motherfucker care about you when you get, I don't care how much money you're making. If the person that's paying you is not like you, at any given time, that shit can cut. So you should always have a contingency plan. But with that being said, they did not confer with him. They hired the general manager. They hired the head coach. But before they hired the head coach, I don't know if you're familiar with the story, Deshaun Watson went public with his disdain for ownership because they lied to him. Wrong, right? That's what they do. They lied to the Native Americans. They lied to the West Africans, right, from the slaves. That's what they do. So they lied to him. He goes public demanding a trade. I want to trade. I don't trust y'all. I don't care what y'all do. Nigga, you can't go against the 25-20. Since then, 18 females. 18 females have come out of nowhere. He's been in the league for 4 years. Females, women, I'm going to say females, because women, y'all wouldn't do this. And this is why I challenge y'all sisters to be real and understand the plight is not against the black man, right? If you get a fucking assaulted by an athlete, it's one thing if it's your significant other, and I understand the emotions of assault and all that, you may feel scared to tell. But in this particular situation, your job requires you to come do a massage. If someone violates you, don't fucking wait 4 years. Okay? So you have 18 people that came out. And why did they do that? Because they want to tarnish his image. Teach him a lesson. Do you think that them 25-20 owners didn't go to the masseuses and say, look, we'll give you $100,000. All we need you to do is say he did something.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you have to understand, we have to understand that anytime we succumb to their system, and that's why entertainers and I hold to a higher regard, and that's where I really don't fuck with a lot of them, except what they entertain. I hold it a higher regard because you have a voice. You have a voice, and they don't use it until it's too late.
Yeah.
So now going back to the pen thing, guess what I can do? You need a lawyer, because a lawyer can do what? If you're a black lawyer, a lawyer can use the pen and counter that. So of course they fear the pen, but it's not enough of us collectively using the pen.
Yeah, they stay. I was told the dangerous thing.
Because they say the pen is mightier than the sword.
My former professor said, if a man doesn't have a pad and a pen, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
Pad and the pen.
Pad and the pen. Go ahead.
It's just something about the pad and the pen.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right?
I just had to get visible.
He got, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Sharing is caring. This is show and tell. Get you a journal. He's upper echelon. I get the little marble journals that they sell for 99 cents. He got the journal. It say journal on it. Look at that. But at the end of the day, I used to free write. And it's good. It's refreshing. It's rewarding. I became a better writer. When I read, I became a better writer. And see, when you're in a society, again, wrongdoing, right? See, they set us up. Let me kind of juxtapose both. Mm-hmm. Because in school, we were told to have pens and pencils. Mm-hmm. But what were they really teaching us?
Yeah.
So you got, again, society. First you have who says we want to start a school? Who sets the standards for the school? For us, that's why I tell black parents, you have to understand, you have to either remove your kids from their training system or ensure that they master. Your kids should not be getting D's and F's in their system. And this is the reason why, because they're going to label them. And that's why they have the school to prison pipeline only for our young black boys. Mm-hmm. Because they're not teaching them how to use the pen. Yeah. So you only have wrongdoing left. Yeah. Because you only believe I can do that which I see. Yeah. So there's a reason why they don't teach you financial literacy. And they don't teach none of the 25-20 kids. But what happens is the parents of the 25-20s and the Asians, they have culture. Yeah. And they stay connected, and their culture is in them. Mm-hmm. Okay? Whereas to our culture is more so chasing an image outside of who we are.
That's good right there.
So when we chase that image, fuck the pen. Yeah. I want the Jordans. Yeah. Because the Jordans is going to make me. Mm-hmm. Now, what happens is, this is where the American way comes in. Wrongdoing. But it's really right doing. It's American doing. Let's use it like that. Because now I don't have a pen and I don't have any Jordans. But I see your Jordans. And history tells me if you want something, i.e. America wanted this land, you take it. Yeah. By force. Yeah. Matter of fact, forget about that. They wanted the land in Iraq. You create weapons of mass destruction to make it seem like someone is a threat to you hundreds of thousands of miles away. So you can do what? You can go in and secure the land. Why? Because the land has oil. Mm-hmm. So when you say, do they accommodate wrongdoing? No, they set it up for it to be wrong. Yeah. Because to them, wrong is right.
Yeah. And yeah, wrong is right and right is wrong.
That's it. Yin and yang. Which side are you on? You know what I'm saying? And the problem I have is, and I don't have a problem with them doing that. And this is the reason why. Let's say if the tables was turned. Mm-hmm. And let's say shout out to my man Walker, I forget his name, but he has a book where it's almost like the tables were turned, where if the Africans enslaved the 25-20s, right? And like from lynching and all that. Good book. Yeah. I actually got it. I'm supposed to do an interview. Maybe I'll get him in here. We can interview him together. This is probably a good setting for, in the shop, we get kind of crazy in the shop. But imagine if we set up systems. First of all, wouldn't you set up a system to benefit somebody that look like you before you set up a system to benefit someone that look like, okay? Yeah. Okay? The only issue is when you come from a position of love, you're not looking to eradicate. Mm. But when you come from savagery, you come from thievery, then you're setting up something. That's why the term collateral damage. Like, just think of the term collateral damage. That means I don't care if you get killed as long as I can kill that person. You see what I'm saying? So, again, I don't have a problem, but I have a problem with their purpose and their intent. Yeah. Because, again, we go back, and I'm going to pass it to you. We go back to, yes, black women running around here. We disrespect, we had it worse. Fuck comparing worse. The reality of it is, when people fear you, they set up systems to get rid of you. When people disrespect you, they can cover up and respect you when they need to and disrespect you when you don't. So I need all the females and the women to cut the shit. I need the real men and the females to collectively. It ain't about we want to date you. It ain't about we trying to sleep with you. It ain't about that. We want to build. And we need the queens to build with us outside of relying on wrong, prepared, or created societies. Okay? Because when they fear, then you have a black boy coming to you saying, do I have to become criminal? And the problem is, it ain't like we all do stuff right, but the system, the judges and the attorneys, they don't look like us.
Yeah, that's true. It's set up.
Name me one black person ever been locked up that's really had a jury with all black people. It hasn't happened. So, again, when you say wrongdoing and pen, those things are one and the same. That's why I can type up a letter to shut shit down. I don't have to go out and pick it, and nothing wrong with that. I can find out who I need to send a letter to. Because the pen. Type it and just sit it out there.
Shout out to Black Rose Community Gardener, Black Rose Garden, Miss Angela Taylor, because that's the concept. That is something that they often teach and encourage a lot. With, writing letters to the senators, writing letters to the legislators.
Yes.
Doing the email chain and, getting actively involved.
Right.
That's what Uncut Live is all
that's
about.
What about.
We have these topics of discussion, y'all, and not that we just have time to just sit here and talk, but we talk about and we get engaged with boots on the ground.
Of course.
And so this is the season. This CV19 season really was about the song Man in the Mirror, with Michael Jackson song Man in the Mirror. Really should have been, okay, you know what?
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Hey, I'm hoping we can change your ways. Hey, if you want to be a better place, take a look in the thing and make that change. Da da. Oh, shout out to my Michael Jackson. You told me I could be myself.
That's
so guess
right.
what?
That's right. But it really, I know for me, I can say that it was a time to really for reflection and really doing some examination, some self-examination about really getting more engaged in learning.
Right.
As my man Brandon Curry has his shirt line, you're unlearn,
relearn, and evolve. I remember that. I got COVID-21. I don't have CV-19. I have COVID. Forget the V. You got the W. Care of weed-induced dementia 21. However, I remember your from Saturday.
Yeah.
Unlearn, relearn, and evolve. Powerful.
That's what's going to make us, I believe, to become a better people and move differently than the way that we have before. Because when you unlearn, which means you have some stuff that you learned, but
the good thing about it is that word learn is so powerful. You take the L off, it's earn, right? And when you earn something, right, you're generating revenue, money, and money can be in the form of knowledge. It's not just what you have in your pocket, but you are learning when you unlearn.
Yeah, that's
right.
Brandon Curry, if you watch this, you see this later. I need you on this on the show, man, because you don't understand. You're really setting a good thing right there. That unlearn, relearn, evolve is very monumental in this time that we're in.
Yes, it is. It is. But it's going to take a lot. Discipline, and everybody won't get it.
Yeah, for
And what I've learned and what I realized is that when you have a purpose and you have a mission, as long as you keep walking in your purpose and your mission as you do, the right people will come. You can't worry about letting go or those that fall off because of the emotional attachments you have. Because what will happen is they'll bring you down or stop you. Like, let's say, for instance, use this analogy, I'll let you talk. If I told you that on the other side of that wall, not on first level though, I want you to jump out the window here, but first level, other side of the wall, if I said, listen, and you've known me for 30 years, right? And we're good friends and you're childhood friends, but some things about me is like unbecoming, but you fuck with me though, right? But somehow you found on the other side of that wall, there's a gentleman or a woman that has everything that Kenneth needs for Uncut Live. No strings attached, even some financing for it. But you have a split second to get there. But yet you're worried about, oh man, I don't want to leave Hannibal, blah, blah, blah. So you don't leave me. You lose that opportunity, and I ain't ready for what you got to bring to the table anyway. So you got to learn how to let go.
Yeah.
And it's really not even letting go, because I use it. Everybody, I'm not here to be religious or anything. I'm spiritual, but I love the walk of Jesus because Jesus just walked.
Yeah.
If nobody let go, he didn't let nobody go. He didn't pick nobody up. He just walked in his passion and his purpose. Those that were meant to come to get healed, they came.
Yeah.
Those that were critical of him or fell off, they were critical and they fell off. But he kept walking. And that's what we have to learn to do. When you know what your purpose is and your passion, regardless of what people say, what people do, who show up one day that don't show up the next, you got to keep walking.
Tunnel vision.
That's it.
Tunnel vision.
Laser beam thinking, what is it? Aerodynamic thinking and laser beam something. My big brother came up with that. But it's a focus that you have to have because the third eye, our creator, blessed us. My whole thing is the creator created us in his image. In his image, he created them. Meaning, we have the ability to create. But if we allow too much stuff in our minds, if we don't write stuff down, and we subscribe to a wrong structured society from the jump, then we'll never truly realize that which our ancestors knew they had, regardless of getting whipped, regardless of getting hung, castrated, raped, or whatever. They knew it. And it wasn't until the advent of, we want to fit in, the civil rights, coming out of Jim Crow and all of that we wanted to prove to them that we belong. And I don't have to prove to a motherfucker that I belong because the creator created me. If I wasn't here, I wouldn't belong. So how long will you be? Go ahead.
Y'all, we have got to continue to move forward. We've got to continue to be, as we said, going forward, growing forward, moving forward, not getting distracted. Understand that as you're going to the next level, such as the analogy that I often always use with the caterpillar, there's excruciating pain as the metamorphosis from it transitioning from the cocoon state to the caterpillar state. There's a pain that is exuberated or exasperated. But when that caterpillar just transform into that nice, beautiful, colorful butterfly, it is one of the most exotic pieces of nature. And so I see that my time clock is about coming up.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and not TikTok challenges, but TikTok. Because it's time to stop soon. Because everything ain't for everybody in one setting. We need to give you a little bit of appetizer.
Yeah, we waiting you up. You know what I'm saying? We you know that you
finger looking good, right? And then when you come back for more, you'll only realize that we are here for you.
Also, I want to say, feel free. Don't be a stranger. Continue to send inboxes to the Uncut Live production page on Facebook. Comment on there. I'm going to be setting some administrative things. Continue to message me, DM me on Instagram at Change Agent Now Forever, as well as on Facebook, Kenneth Clark. There's multiple ways that you can get in contact and get in reach with me. If you want any one of us to discuss a topic, that'll give us some time to go over it and put some things together and serve you. We're here for the people. That's what Uncut Live Productions is here for. We're here for the people, here to serve the people.
We like money. We for the people and by the people.
That's it. That's it. And I want to say before closing out, make sure you hit up my man Hannibal. He gonna get you plugged in, man. We coming to you. We coming to you like Machine Gun Kelly, man. We coming in. We coming in. You never know what's bound to happen when collective minds come together and the powers that be, and the creator just has his way. It's
magnetic.
So
and explosive.
Press forward. Stay focused. Tunnel vision. It's okay to have tunnel vision. It's okay that you're transitioning into a new you. That's what it's all about. You can't stay you can't stay in the same stage. Mm-hmm. It's all about growing forward.
You started out as a seed. If you stop growing, then what are you? You're dead. Plain and simple. Because we all are seeds. And the goal is to keep growing. Go through seasons, go through change, but keep growing. The minute you stop, that's why I don't like the term, I'm grown. You ever hear a tree say, I'm grown? No, a tree, leaves fall off, grow back. Branch fall off, grow back. Hey, don't stop growing. Don't stop growing. And it's okay to have tunnel vision, but as long as your tunnel is leading to light.
Yeah.
So you got to keep your eyes open. But once you get your passion and that light, then you put them blinders on to the bullshit. Period. That's it. So I am good. I'll let you close out because I think we jump to 1,000?
We went jump to 1,000.
We jumped to 1,000? Okay, cool. That's what we do. My man Kenneth Clark, we keep it 100 on 1,000, but today he took it special for me and we skipped over 100, 200, 304. We went all the way to 1,000 only for y'all and Uncut Live Productions. And don't forget the shout power by the listeners. I'm done talking. I'm going to let him close out. And I'm waiting for the footage to come. And we going to have a ball.
Stay tuned. You just been plugged in with your boy, Mr. Uncut. Peace.
Outie.